Hello everyone, this is Joanna the Medium and your intuitive coach. Thank you so much for coming back. And for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome you with open arms, and I hope you find something here just like the other subscribers have found something they enjoy. Month of December, almost said November. Month of December, interesting times. One of the things that is different about this month's reading is I was asked by Spirit to do a completely different format than I have done up until this point. And what I have done, I have divided the reading into two separate parts. There's a general reading, which I have always done, and it's very similar to the one I've done in November. But the other part is about Spirit wanted me to channel more messages, and they wanted me to focus more on what you need to focus with regards to your energies, particularly in December, but also to provide information with regards to the key learning opportunities that you are looking at gaining as you go through this path. So this is not going to be for everyone. Not everyone finds desire to know these things, but for those of you who are looking to deeply connect and who are looking for deeper meaning into what's going on in your life, more than just, you know, when am I going to get a job or when am I going to meet somebody, but more with regards to what am I learning here? What is my soul wanting to learn? For those of you who are hungry for that information, I will have those videos, and the information on how to get those will be down below for you in the show more section. And without further ado, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing, and for sharing your videos. Without you, I wouldn't do this. And as you can tell, I've reached over 40,000 subscribers, which is completely out of this world for me, because this is not what I was expecting when I was gently told by Spirit to put up my channel, to start one. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I think that's all I have. So let's just go on with individual readings. And of course, if doesn't apply to you, then listen to your rising sign and your moon sign. And if none makes sense to you, listen to it towards the end of the month, because they almost always make perfect sense. And if not, it may not be just the right message for you this month. But without further ado, let's get going with each individual signs. See you soon. Hello, beautiful Geminis. This is going to be your reading for the month of December 2017. This is going to be your first portion of the reading. If you would like to know the second portion of the reading, that information is down below for you. So let's start off with the channeled message. One of the first things that I received for you is the number 10, which signifies to me you are in a energy of completion. So many of you are coming to an ending point, a culmination point, or a point of resolution that will allow you to move forward early next year. What does this mean? It means that some of you will be parting ways with a certain way you do things, the certain way you view yourself. You will be parting ways with an employer. You will be parting ways with a loved one. You will be parting ways with a friend. There is something you are parting ways with that is no longer contributing to your life in a positive way. It has served a purpose, but it no longer is. And it no longer is right now or anymore. And it can be as simple as adopting a brand new belief system, though what I do feel for many of you, you have been working on that already for an extended period of time for some of you, but I feel the next little while, December in particular, is going to offer you another level of different perception. And this is particularly how you view yourself with respect to the rest of the world. So in relation to the rest of the world, it has to do with the aspect of creation, not painting necessarily as a creativity, but creation, creating our world, creating dynamics, creating money, creating wealth, creating all that stuff. The numbers that that came together, or when I added out all the numbers, it came to the number 8, which is very interesting because 8 is all about strength. It's the strength card in the tarot deck in the Major Arcana. It is a card signifying strength, power, authority, feeling good about yourself, feeling confident. And one of the message that came was that many of you will be acquiring mental strength. And that is how they actually said to me. They said they'll be acquiring strength. And I said, on what level? They said mental. So many of you will choose to look at life differently, or look at life through different set of lenses, if you will, and that's a metaphor, by adjusting your thinking, which will affect your feelings and emotions, which then affects what you create. I also heard the word release. So when we are in an ending cycle or in a completion cycle, oftentimes, more often than not, we let go of things that no longer serve us. And release would be appropriate term for something like that. Some of you, I felt, are going to be frustrated, but that frustration is actually going to lead you to something new, because what I saw is you opening a new door, and to me this always represents an opportunity on some level, but this opportunity is coming as a result of prior frustration. And for some of you, there was a feeling, and I want to say September, October, somewhere there, where some of you have felt like you're ready to give up. And this was both mental and emotional lesson, if you will. And actually, that's actually part of the lesson that you guys have. So I saw there is going to be a brand new opportunity leading to something, but it does come out of frustration. The other thing I saw is that some of you are finding yourself in new surroundings. This felt first and foremost more of a personal life situation than work, but it can also apply to work. So what I wrote here is I felt I was either in a new home, in a new place, new apartment, new surroundings, new situation, new environment. There's newness to something in your life. Obviously, that's not going to be for all of you, but it is prominent for quite a few of you, and I would actually see majority of you. So there's something new coming into your life, but I feel this is something that you are acquiring versus that's something that just happens to you out of the blue. In other words, I feel you have been working on this for quite some time. And I feel for many of you, this will be a move to a different location, different home, different apartment, different surroundings. I also felt that there are decisions to be made, and the decisions where what I heard was, where do I go next? And the moment I heard, where do I go next? I also heard the word Thailand, and I thought, Thailand, of all the countries, and obviously I don't question, because, you know, Spirit tells me what you guys need to know, not what I necessarily understand. So some of you will be deciding where you want to go next, live, work, or whatever else. And for some of you, you are contemplating Thailand, and maybe it is part of your trip. You're choosing to visit different countries in your lifetime, and this is the next one you want to visit. But Thailand came up. This could also be some of you going back home to Thailand. Very interesting. Then I went through the cards. So I have 7 cards actually came up for you for the first part. The first card you have is 7 of Wands in reverse, and this represents what you are leaving behind. So this is in reverse, and what I got right away was that at some point, again, in a recent past, you have felt overwhelmed and like you are giving up, or like you are going to give up on something. This could have been a project, this could have been a person, situation, give up on life. You know, sometimes we feel like, oh, what's the point? But the good news is that you are leaving this behind, and it is going to be no longer the further down December you go. So that is what's leaving. I don't want to spend too much time on it. What is in front of you? Fantastic. You have heart chakra in reverse, and you have the devil in reverse as well. What this is telling me is that you are reclaiming your power, or you are about to reclaim your power, or you will be working on reclaiming your power. Excuse me. And the Devil card in reverse to me signifies letting go of those chains that have bound you and have kept you stuck for a very long time. The fact that it's combined with the heart chakra in reverse tells me that a lot of these things have to do with not necessarily... There's few things. There's a couple of things I want to divide this. For some of you, there was an emotional heartbreak that has fundamentally changed the way you think and view the world. And it has crippled you in many ways because it kept you looking at the world as glass half empty versus glass half full. So that's one interpretation. That's not going to be for all of you. The second part of this message is that whatever you are letting go of is going to help you heal your emotions. Or in other words, your heart center, your emotional connection is going to be amplified by letting go of the shackles that you have been holding on to. And what are some of these things? Belief systems, basic things like addiction, sex addiction, work, obviously drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, the prime addictions, but there's also other addictions. So the good thing is that the month of December looks like it's going to offer you the ability to heal your heart, which will allow you to let go of some of the chains that have been stopping you. Now, what is, let's go with the future card. You have 3 cards that came. What you can expect in the near future. Sun in reverse came up, or sorry, star. So even though it's in reverse, it's still a very good card, but it does tell me that there is a lack of future vision. And it doesn't surprise me because it feels to me like you are leaving, feeling a little bit defeated. You're just leaving that energy, so I can see how it can trickle down a little bit towards near future, but it's not going to be as bad as it was for some of you in the last little while. And for some of you, you're coming out of depression. So when this card shows up in the future position, I'm going, okay, it's not a great card, but then I said, okay, give me more clarification. Why are they going to feel not great? What's causing this? And you have 2 cards, and they're all about the fire element. It's all about your spirit. You have 6 of fire and ace of fire, or wands. So there is going to be a lack of progress with regards to your career. Or you will feel like there is a lack of progress with regards to your career. That's how I'm seeing it. And I feel like many of you are working towards something big. There's some big goal. And there's an element of needing to be recognized here, or your work needing to be recognized. And it may feel like you are getting delayed with getting things off the ground. So this could be a project. This could be anything that you are trying to get off the ground. And there's an importance to it. I feel there is a distinction to it. This could be... it could be a position, a high position, a high-level position. It could be a highly sought-after, product, anything that will be recognized by others. There seems to be a bit of a stall in that process, or a bit of a delay, but it's temporary. So I do want to stress that if you feel a little bit unsatisfied in a month of January-ish because things are not going as fast as you would like them to, know that it's going to have your turnaround around February, March. So it doesn't mean they're stalling, because you still have the star card, and star card is good in upright or reverse. It just means that there's a tiny bit of disappointment because things may not be going as fast for you as you would have liked. Now, what is causing all of this, you have the Empress. So the energy that is fueling this is the energy of expansion. It's the energy of nurture. It's the energy of compassion, fertility, birthing new ideas, birthing new things into reality. That is what's driving all of this. And that's a good thing. And if you can let go of addictions or things that are detrimental to you, and if you can heal your heart in the process, or heal your heart and therefore let go of the addictions, that in itself is quite a feat to tackle. So don't be so hard on yourself. If you find yourself feeling a little bit unstable, don't be hard on yourself. And he's asking me to say, look back over the last 3 to 4 months, how far you have come, particularly with regards to the way you think about certain things and the way you view yourself in the world. And I feel like there's this trajectory that you are continuing to constantly change the way you see the world and the way you view everything around you, and that consequently changing everything you attract to you. The fact that you are also leaving this energy behind, which they said depression, but it's giving up, that is fantastic. Okay, now the rest part of the reading, or the second part of the reading, I will tell you briefly what it's about. There is a fork in the road, and there is some need for you to look at certain things. And there's lessons around freedom here, emotional freedom, and there's a little bit more. So if you're interested in more depth, or if you're wondering deeper information, I realize not everybody wants to, then that video will be available, and that information is down below. I hope this made sense. I wish you best of luck in December. Happy holidays, and happy Merry Christmas to you, for those of you who celebrate Christmas. Please take care of yourself. Please be good to yourself. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, liking, and subscribing. And of course, if you would like a private session, that information is also down below for you. I wish you a wonderful holiday season, and I look forward to seeing you again. Take care.